So with the school's final over, it was now time for the big event, the HSBC-COBRA 10s. The teams from all over the world flocked to Malaysia for the COBRA 10s, and the fans as well. Eagerly awaiting this intense and very traditional competition. And of course there were the sponsors. The sponsor booth, the administrators, and what would a rugby tournament be without makan? Drinks of course, and merchandise, plenty of it. A fun time for the whole family, boys and girls alike. And of course, the New Zealand haka. This year the tournament saw the participation of 16 teams from 8 countries from nations such as Australia, South Africa, Belgium, Argentina, Singapore, UK and, of course, New Zealand. The competition was made up of 4 groups of 4 teams. Group A, Natal Dikers from South Africa, Te Huku of New Zealand, Kedah Blues from Malaysia and British Army United Kingdom. And of course there was some cake cutting as Natal Dikers celebrated their 50-year anniversary and the British Army UK celebrated their 100 years. British Army in the red, Natal Dikers in the blue and white encountered very heavy rain in their first game as Tertis Purchase went over for his first try. But the game was sealed in the last moments as Graham Fury sprint over 30 metres to finalise the score for Natal Dikers 14 points to 5. The next game, Kedah Blues in the yellow and green versus a very strong team from New Zealand, Te Huku. While the local support was cheering the Kedah Blues on as much as they could, it was the bigger, stronger opponents that got the try, Stephen Ketu. Tough conditions for 2 of the top teams in the tournament. The stronger opponents from Te Huku of New Zealand rolling over for a try by Dixie Harris as they won their game 5 points to 0 over Natal Dikers.
Both days that we started we've been playing under heavy rain, so it's been difficult conditions, but I'm proud of my boys because we had to play a tight game, physical game which we achieved quite well, and we've gone through and secured 2 good victories. Puts us in a good position for the rest of the tournament. We have achieved so far what we wanted to. We're in the hunt for the main trophy.
In the last game of Group A, British Army in the red versus Kedah Blues from Malaysia in the green, and it was Joe Carver, the big fella, that got the first try. The local team Kedah responded beautifully with a try right under the post from number 9, Muhammad Shaiful Hafiz. But the British Army team were too big and too strong as they ran out winners 26 points to 7.
Faktor Padang salah satu kita tak boleh nak perform very well lah sebab dia heavy ke berat. So we expect a running game. So apa yang kita buat ini tak menjadi kan. So actually I proud with my boys lah. So they playing very well.
So the final standings in Group A saw Te Huku of New Zealand on top with 5 points and runners-up Natal Dikers with 4. British Army and Kedah Blues of Malaysia at the bottom. Group B consisted of Barbarians from Belgium, their first tournament, COBRA Invitation, Oriental Rongotai, one of the favourites from New Zealand, and COBRA, the home club. The first game, COBRA in the black versus the Barbars from Belgium in wet conditions, but it was COBRA who got on the board first with a try from Seveliloni Tora. Belgian Barbars responded well. They of course expected high hopes of reaching the finals of this tournament, and it was Dubar Damian who got their try. But the local team came out on top 10 points to 7 through a try from Billy Kisa. The second game in Group B, Warriors from New Zealand, COBRA Invitation in the blue, And a tough game, Oriental Rongotai ran out 5-0 through a try through Johnny Sola. The players found it very difficult in the next game. In atrocious conditions, Oriental Rongotai just got on board 5-0 over Belgium Barbars with a very tough defensive game, and it was Johnny Sola who got the try to break the deadlock.
Our aim is to make the final, and to do that we need to build on what we built on yesterday with the 3 wins. So we have to win today, and also the semi, whoever that may be, against.
Top of the table clash in Group B saw COBRA of Malaysia, the home team, versus one of the tournament favourites, Warriors from New Zealand. In a controversial decision, COBRA got first points on the board through a penalty from Mohammed Faiz. With great skill from the Oriental Rongotai, Thomas Russell got the try that broke the original deadlock, and they went ahead. But a very astute kick to the left wing there with Dion Lalu getting the try and the deadlock, and Oriental Rongotai winning 10-3.
We played very well. They played the game plan. The defense was very good. Although we played 8 men to the last 5 minutes, we didn't give away a try also. So the defense was very good. We're happy there.
The final standings for Group B, Oriental Rongotai from New Zealand on top with 6 points. COBRA the runners up at 4. Belgium Barbars and Combri Invitation running out the bottom. Group C, Penguins pre-tournament favourite from United Kingdom, Aotearoa from Maori, New Zealand, Legends from Australia, and the local team, Sandakan Eagles. In a very physical encounter, Penguins in the black, Eagles from Malaysia in the blue, and it was Masaki Narogo who got the first try. A bad mistake by Eagles saw Narogo again tow it through, push through on the line and get the try. Penguins were always in control and they ran out winners 12-5, even though Eagles got a try through Ratu Takiri. It came down to the deciding match in Group C, with Eagles in the blue getting the first points on the board through Nakani Senyu. Another mistake by Australian Legends, and it was Semi Saru who got the last try for the Eagles, and they ran away 12-0 over Australian Legends. Two of the pre-tournament favourites, Penguins in the black and yellow versus Aotearoa from New Zealand. Willie Hafu got the points though, number 3 under the posts. And Penguins led 5-0. Penguins just kept the pressure up. Even though there was good defence from the New Zealand side, it was the Penguins who ran away 12-0 through Nasoni Rokobao. The final standings in Group C saw pre-tournament favourites Penguins on top as expected, Eagles from Malaysia's runners-up, and Australia and New Zealand teams at the bottom.